seen a house fly. I've seen a butterfly. I've seen a peanut stand. I've seen a horse fly. But my, oh my, I've never seen an elephant fly. All right, rebels, are you ready to rally?
Yes.
All right, good. Go against the norm. It's always worth the initial fear involved. And you'll find the more you practice going against the tide, the more you'll be capable of transforming fear into a courage-flying elephant. This is crazy wisdom. Crazy wisdom is the philosophical worldview that recommends swimming against the tide, cheerfully seizing the short end of the stick, embracing insecurity, honoring paradox, courting the unexpected, celebrating the unfamiliar, shunning orthodoxy, volunteering for tasks nobody else wants or dares to do, and breaking taboos in order to destroy their power. It is the wisdom of those who turn the tables on despair by lampooning it, and who neither seek authority nor submit to it, to enlarge the soul, to lighten up the brain, and liberate the spirit. So, let's swim against the tide. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and then just do it. Because what this world needs is people who have come alive. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. And no one knows that better than the one who said it, Helen Keller. Because what we're talking about here is embracing insecurity. Let yourself doubt. Let yourself crack open. The more you're able to crack open and come back together, and then crack open again, the more you're able to absorb the wisdom of the universe. Security? Security is for the fearful. Don't be fearful. Be fearless. Be honest with what makes us insecure, and counterintuitively, it will make us more secure. Paradox? What about paradox? Honor paradox. We are perceiving an infinite reality with finite faculties. Because of this, paradox is inevitable. One of those paradoxes happens to be meaning itself, and the other is love. But what deliciously beautiful paradoxes they are. Reality in itself is not a paradox. It is what is. But consciousness and all the wonderful baggage that comes along with it, it is paradox. So, court the unexpected. Let go of certainty. The opposite isn't uncertainty. It's openness. It's curiosity. It's a willingness to embrace paradox rather than choose up sides. The ultimate challenge is to accept ourselves exactly as we are, but never stop learning, never stop growing. Orthodoxy, oh, my most favorite of all. Shun it, shun it, shun it. The priest is interested in the answers. The shaman is more interested in provoking you to ask the questions that will lead you into paradox. The task of the shaman is not to pursue meaning, but to create it. To bring the sacred to an otherwise profane and mundane reality. This takes a daily act of courage and a willingness to make mistakes. Slap with the truth all those who claim to have achieved enlightenment. If they get angry or offended, well, then they're not really on the path toward enlightenment. If they shrug it off, laugh and say, oh well, there's more than one way to learn, then they are on the path toward enlightenment. And they understand that enlightenment is always a journey and never a destination. Rather than live for a destination, live within a destiny. Shun all who claim to have the answers. Embrace those who ask sacred questions. So volunteer for tasks no one else wants to or dares to do. There are two kinds of suffering. There is a suffering you run away from, which always follows you everywhere. And there is suffering you face directly, and so become free. Taboos. Break taboos in order to destroy their power. Now, I like this one. This is Aldous Huxley. I don't want comfort. I want God. I want poetry. I want real danger. I want freedom. I want goodness. I want sin. You heard it. Tear down rubrics, especially entrenched ones. People don't follow titles. They follow courage. Follow courage and you'll almost always end up with a healthier disposition. And even if you don't, at least you have an adventure. At least your life wasn't just a law-abiding, rule-governing, title-honoring, order-obliging, boring waste of time that kept you a slave to an outdated system and only benefited the powers that be. Screw the powers that be. And their taboos. Take the power back by having the courage to challenge their outdated rules. The next generation will thank you for it. And you will have found yourself embracing a crazy wisdom. That is a philosophical worldview that recommends swimming against the tide, cheerfully choosing and seizing the short end of the stick. And it will all be with the realization and the experience of enlarging the soul and lightening up the brain and liberating the spirit. Thank you. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.